All right, welcome back to the Zach Nichols podcast.
Welcome back, buddy.
I come to you today wearing another Getaway golf shirt. Probably one of my top 3 favorite ones I've ever worn.
Oh, yeah, there's 3 great ones. That's top 3.
If you haven't checked them out yet, please do. Use our promo code, tag us, wear it to your sister's wedding.
I've been wearing them like 3 days after you. Every time I'm like, all right, now Zach wore it, I can wear it.
But yeah, we don't ever want to be caught wearing the same shirt. I don't do that. I'm not one of those weirdos. Like, whenever I golf in scrambles, everyone's like, what are we wearing? I'm like, we're not.
We
Are not. How about those Lions?
Dude, you're breaking my heart. Don't go breaking my heart out here.
Long season.
Yeah, it is a long season.
And it just sucks to be 1-1 because right now you're either 2-0, 1-1, or 0-2.
You're halfway to defeated.
How about my Bills though?
Oh, they're surpassing expectations. You're a lifelong Bills fan, right?
No, I've been a Bills fan for like 3 weeks.
The internet loves it though.
I've been a Bills fan my whole life. I just didn't know it.
You didn't know it.
I'm a big Jim Kelly guy.
And you fit in perfectly with the fan base.
I'm a big Jim Kelly guy. And it was just like 3 weeks ago. Here's the thing I've always liked. Like, for some reason, I've always been drawn to the Buffalo Bills. And I've only been to Buffalo one time. Cute little city.
Isn't Nani from Buffalo?
Nani is. I
Very
didn't visit
cool.
her. I went to Niagara Falls with my dad
Hell
and
yeah.
my brother, but on our way to Cooperstown, New York. But anyways, I just finally was like, you know, I just think I'm a Bills fan.
It's time.
It is.
It's time. So does it go Lions Bills or Bills Lions? Like
I'm not a turncoat, so I want my hometown teams to win first.
Yeah. It's okay to have when you grow up a Lions fan and like they suck horribly, it's okay to have an AFC team. That's your AFC team.
I just think I like their mascot more than anything.
It's cool logo.
When I was a little kid, I didn't understand that a Bill was a buffalo. So I just thought it was a bunch of guys that decided to play football named Bill one time.
Shout out to Bill Murray.
Shout out to Bill Murray. If we're here, we might as well win. That was a speech he gave before a game I played in high school. Our coach was like, well, we're here. We might as well win. Which actually was better than my college coach one time ripped a cow heart out of a cooler, a bloody cow heart, and said we need to play with heart. And I'm not one for a pregame speech. Like, it makes me laugh more than anything. I busted out laughing. I could not keep it in. Because here's the thing. If you're about to play a football game, if you can't fire yourself up, just get the fuck out of the sport.
Right.
That's my opinion on it, actually.
You're not ready to.
So a coach would always do these weird things, try to fire us up. So we said we need to play with heart. And he ripped a bleeding cow heart out of a cooler.
Did he take a bite out of it?
I puked. No, he didn't. He might have, though, because Yoopers are crazy. Did you know there's more potassium in a raw potato than there is in a whole bushel of bananas?
I did not know that.
Yeah, another one of our coaches, a UP farmer. He was a great coach. So this guy he rode a horse to practice once. We had some cramps in a game in Ohio, and he brought a bunch of raw potatoes and made us eat them in the meeting room.
Interesting. I've heard very recently that
would have come in handy on that fucking mountain in Chile. It was more like, dude, those calf cramps were out of this world.
Speaking of that mountain in Chile, man, you were getting yelled at by somebody who did some yelling in this episode.
I think that's why I'm in a somber mood today. I didn't like what I watched.
It's a weird feeling.
Here's the difference. As a reality TV fan, it was fantastic TV.
Right.
I mean, that was some real emotion there. That was 15 years of emotion. But knowing what happened that was edited out makes me sick.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that it was edited out makes me even sicker. And knowing that it was replaced with the only redeemable moment probably in their 15-year friendship makes me even sicker. Production, that was a heinous act. I don't care if I'm blacklisted or if this even makes that list even darker. You suck for doing that. I'm just going to say it straight up. If you're going to air a fight, air the fight as it, play the ball as it lays. Mm-hmm. Air it as it happened. We reached out actually to both Cara and Laurel and invited them on the show this week.
Sure did.
Laurel said no, hard no. And then said yes if we share profits with her.
You got G laughing out there, but that is a real story.
No, yeah. Actually, I asked her. Very nice text. Senator said, "I know this is a crazy week for you. If you want to come on the show, we'll fly you in."
We understand that people are going to have a lot to say this week. We want to make sure, as a friend, we give you a platform
for
to
sure.
do so.
She just said no.
I know.
And then no, like literally no, nothing else. Then her and Pierre had a little Michigan State side conference.
Go Green.
Go Green. They beat Prairie View, a Division III school from who knows where.
Don't worry, we're gonna take down BC this week. But besides the point,
that's not. Yeah, who cares? College football is weird, anyways. And then she said actually she would come.
Yeah, she changed her tune a little bit
if we shared profits with her. And I said for sure, you want to get paid, we'll pay you. But you need to understand what goes into that. So we'll talk finances once you're here. And I got no response from that. Cara got the same type of message, like, hey, if you want to come in, that was more from your end. And I ended up speaking to Cara. But Cara had a conference call with us and told us all that had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And also shared some of her frustrations, which I can agree with. But yeah, no, I didn't like necessarily watching that because I'm friends with both of them. And I have my opinions, and I'll share those later. And I'm sure everyone has their opinions, and I'm sure a lot of people are sick of everyone's opinions.
Right. That's the most evident thing is like at this point, there's got to be some type of resolution, even if the resolution is to leave it the fuck alone. But you're right. Everyone is sick of this shit.
Listen, everyone has an asshole and everyone has an opinion and they all stink. Some worse than others.
Exactly. We'll definitely get into that whole thing. And we do want to thank Cara for enlightening us on that. And we'll talk about all that. But
at the same token, we also have spoken to several cast members who have confirmed Cara's story to be true.
Right.
While it does take two to have an argument, it does also take people like there's a certain level that you just shouldn't even go to.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyways,
there are multiple accounts, just like the 4 books of the gospel.
My story, his story, and the truth.
That's right. We come back in this episode with new targets chosen by the winner of the elimination. And they were chosen by Jenny and who am I forgetting?
D-Rock
Kaczynski in the building.
Yeah, the Polish Prince.
Yeah, the Polish Prince. We have Chris Tamburello and Tina.
Both self-nominated.
The self-nom.
You got to love the self-noms.
Do you have to love the self-noms?
Well, here's the thing. You do.
We're going to be talking about the self-noms for sure.
Yeah, because we saw some funky, shady business going on.
We saw some flippity-floppiness.
Saw a lot of flippity-floppiness, starting with Josh. My man, Josh.
Bro, so talk about that. But let's get into that.
Well, Olivia said straight up, like, if you're going to, listen, if you want to play the shady game, and you don't want to volunteer yourself, don't announce to your room that you're gonna volunteer. And then she told him, like, if I'm gonna compete, I want to compete with dogs, right? Now, the thing is I understand that what Josh said was when he nominated himself, a bunch of people in the house heard about it and they were like, hey, I'll take my chances.
CT goes, give me the goof.
Yeah, give me the goof. I'll take my chances. So I can see where he was intimidated, but that's why I said the mistake wasn't not nominating yourself. The mistake was volunteering in a public forum with a camera, probably 2 or 3 in your face.
Yeah.
And then backtracking on that.
I got to talk about the TV character, Josh, not Josh Martinez, but the TV character, Josh. Josh, if you want to get the respect, you can't cower to people. You can't be the best without beating the best. So, it was a weasel move. It was. And unfortunately for Kyland, he has a relationship with Jenny. And he says, Jenny, not going to be me this time. And she says, how about Kyland?
Does he have a relationship? How good of a relationship does he have with Jenny, though?
Well, I mean, they've done some seasons, which is more than what Kyland can say.
Oh, no, Josh does have a relationship with Jenny. Yeah, I thought you were saying Kyland does.
Oh, no. So it's Nehemiah and Emily. Devin
self-noms as well.
Self-nom, Devin and Tori see the opportunity, and Kylan gets chosen, and Olivia does tell Josh, like, dude, like, I was thinking that we were gonna go in together, we were gonna politic together if we had to.
That's why she wanted to go with Josh, because he has some political power.
And he showed it here, and
Yeah.
he makes a move, leaves her to the dust. I want to backtrack real quick. The episode starts off with CT making a proclamation that Era won while they've been getting embarrassed, and the daily challenges have been crushing the eliminations. What do you think that means for this game? And like, do you kind of agree with what Paulie was saying before when he was here, which is like, look, there's a senior PGA, and then there's the PGA Tour. Do all these guys need to go to All Stars at this point? That concludes the free preview of the Zach Nichols podcast.
So go to Patreon and subscribe to see the rest of the shit that we talk.
Go do it now.